Gauges. In the previous module, you learned how to calculate your air consumption and estimate how long the air in your cylinder would last. To do this, you need instruments that can measure the data that are used to make the calculations. The first data that you need is the measurement of pressure in the cylinder, or how much air you have left. As you have already seen, we use a pressure gauge to supply us with this information. Another piece of information that we need to know, for example, in order to calculate our surface air consumption rate, is the depth. To measure depth, we use a depth gauge, which is a special instrument that actually measures the ambient pressure. In its simplest form, the depth gauge consists of a black needle that rotates and gives a depth reading. A red needle, which is pushed forward by the first, memorizes the maximum depth reached, another essential piece of information the diver needs to know, as we will see in Module 9. Just as important is knowing how long you have spent under the water. This can be done using a watch or a timer. To measure elapsed time safely, a watch should have a bezel that only rotates in an anti-clockwise direction. Your instructor will show you how to use this important instrument. Today there are also electronic timers which have numerous functions. The most sophisticated electronic underwater instrument is undoubtedly the dive computer, which you will learn more about in Module 9. A dive computer's many functions include a depth gauge and a timer. This is yet another advantage of computers, and one of the reasons why they have become so popular. There are even dive computers with integrated pressure gauges. This means that divers can use just one instrument to provide them with all the information they need for a safe and comfortable dive. The air pressure in the cylinder, actual depth, maximum depth reached, elapsed time, as well as other important information which we shall deal with in more detail later.